All right, well, welcome everyone. It's Wednesday, March 17th. Hope everyone's having a good evening. You are joined here. Myself, I'm Kevin Walsh. I'm with Dustin Moore. Dustin's brother is currently on Big Brother Canada Season 9. So this is the Oh Dear podcast Roundup. I still didn't get us to catch your name, but whatever. Sorry, I'm going dark here. So tonight, we're going to talk about the last few episodes. The game's really amped up. And we also have a special guest, John Luke Kieper. He was on Season 8 last year. Many of you might remember, or maybe don't, that due to COVID, Season 8 was cut short. I think it only lasted about 25 days or so. So he was there until it got cut off. So he's going to join us here just in a few minutes, and we'll get his take. And we're going to be able to ask him some questions about his time in the Big Brother house as well. So, yeah, Morsey, anything you want to add?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that John Luke has taken time out of his day to come on here for our podcast and to talk about Kyle and the game and his experience. So, anyone who's watching, feel free to ask questions, and hopefully when we go on, we'll be able to ask some of those questions from the chat as well. So yeah, I think without further ado, I'll just add him here.
Because he was a big brother.
What's going on, John Luke?
Hello, boys. What's going on? How are you guys doing?
You having a green beer?
Boys, it's St. Paddy's Day. I'm having a few of them. What about you guys, eh?
Cheers, boy.
Cheers. Do you like John Luke, or do you like JL, or what do you like to go by?
Boys, anything is fine. I appreciate you guys having me on here. Sorry I couldn't get you on my real Instagram, but I'm currently locked out. It's a heartbreaker.
Tried your password too many times, or what?
Yeah, pretty much, man. So you gotta deal with the burner. It's a tough one. Hopefully one day I get it back. I'm actually with a couple BB Can 9 alumni right now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we got Josh Farnworth and Julie Vu in the building.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
holy.
That's unreal.
They said they're on Team Kyle from here on out. Isn't that right, guys?
That's right.
Wait. Oh,
Nice.
trying to flip the camera. Oh, there they are.
Hey!
Right, let's go Team Kyle. Give us a woo. Woo! Easy. Okay, so boys, let's talk business. Let's go.
Yeah. So we just wanted to ask you a couple quick questions here about your time. We know it was pretty short last year. My first question, what was the most surprising thing of the Big Brother house that you just didn't expect?
Dude, most surprising thing, that's a tough one. You kind of get thrown in there. The people are very surprising. It's some of the weirdest people you'll ever meet. Chris Wiley always had those big eyes. He'd always stare at you like that. That was kind of wild. And then, I've met some of the best people in my life. Michael Stubley, amazing guy. Jamar Lee, great person. Madeline D'Annunzio, Hira Diol, best dad I know, as well as Rianne Swanson, Some great people. Brooke, Shells, you got to love them.
Yeah, it's too bad that season got cut short last year.
Yeah, you can't win them all. I'm actually going to be back on Season 10, though. Mark it here right now.
All right.
Do you keep a pretty close relationship with all the people you met now that you're kind of part of the family?
Oh, there's some of my best friends. Jamar and Michael I talk to the most probably. I see those guys all the time kind of thing. Jamar's coming to BC in April here. We're going to see him a ton. I see him in the chat right now. You got to love that guy. Michael, we see each other all the time. He's been rattled about me not coming to Kelowna lately, but I didn't care about this guy. He doesn't come to Kamloops either. But, yeah, dude, we keep close relationships. We try to have, a close kind of BB Can community, Like, for instance, I'm out for drinks with these BB Can alumni right now. But, yeah, man, it's a good time. But, yeah,
Nice.
we call ourselves the Rob Six, myself, Madeline, Rianne, Hira, Jams, and Michael, because we got set up with some jerks in there. Fuck, sorry, boys. I'm a little drunk.
That's okay.
You guys having a good St. Patrick's Day or what?
Oh, yeah. Green beers are going.
I love it. I love it. Okay, boys, ask me some questions. I'm amped up.
Okay, so did you watch the episode tonight?
So I didn't, but like I've been keeping up with the live feeds.
Okay.
So it sounds like Latoya is in a little bit of trouble. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
You think I'm right, eh?
Yeah.
So I'm with two people right now who, one, she got kind of sacked from Latoya. The other, Josh, kind of likes Latoya. So you know, it's tough to say. I think Latoya is in a. She came out playing hard. She started that big little trio with Jedson and Tyshawn, which is likable to some, unlikable to others. And I mean, what am I supposed to say? This girl is she's a gamer. She looks like a fucking athlete, that's for sure. Like, damn, she is. Yeah. She's built like a tank, man. But I mean, I don't want to see her go right away because I feel like she's gonna be crazy. But like, wow, boys, like if she does get sent home, like, I mean, fuck, she probably deserves it. She gamed a little too hard too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think she's really strong, and same way, I kind of don't want to see her go just because I think she's pretty entertaining, and she's a very strong personality, and you know, people notice her when she's in the room and pay attention to her. So, but at the sense, I think they're idiots if they don't vote her out tomorrow night.
Oh, I mean, I would 100% be voting Latoya out right now. I mean, what's Kiefer gonna do to you? He's not winning any comps, right? Like, I feel like Latoya could win a bunch of them, which scares me. But yeah, I mean, she's clearly a gamer. Kiefer is worrying me a little. I feel like he might be the Carol of this season. Like, it sounds like he's wanting people to put him up. It almost sounds like he kind of wants to leave. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, you know, you've been in the Big Brother house. You know what it does to you mentally and stuff. So I can't really speak from that side of it. But, you know, I can imagine it's hard being away from your family and friends and no social media, no phones and all that stuff. I can't imagine how that would go. So you could probably shed some thoughts on the mental side of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, mentally it gets to you. I'll be honest. I could not stand 80% of the house when I was in there. You know, I had my people who I hung out with. It was like, I loved Madeline, I loved Rianne, I loved Hira, and this is with like the 12 left. But like, you know, certain people I could not deal with. Like when I was on Slop with Sue, she was getting pretty loud, and like when people started to kind of annoy you, like you realize you're only there for 25 days. You're like, how the hell am I going to be here for 90 days, right? But these people are going to have to, I mean, they're going to have to dig deep. Like, I think Kyle's a guy who could honestly maybe be there for those, I guess, 67 days, short season. But, you know, you really got to just fucking dig it in, man. Like, because, like, mentally, you get exhausted. You're only getting, like, 6 hours of sleep every night. I mean, man, people don't realize what goes into it, you know? And it's fuck, boys. I'm sorry. I'm giving you some bad answers here. Let me.
No. It's good. You're giving us good insight. Like, so I didn't know if you'd been on Slop or not. So, you know, tonight on the episode, Rohan was kind of talking about how he's been on Slop and it's putting him on edge and maybe making him act like he wouldn't normally act. So that's a thing when you're on Slop. Like it changes you.
So, man, I was on Slop. Okay, my third week or fourth week in the house, okay? I was put on Slop by Sheldon fucking Gene, okay? He won 2 straight HOHs, and he decided to put me on Slop. Pretty savage, right? I was supposed to be in sort of a group with them. You know, we called ourselves Squadron Midnight, who, by the way, Squadron Midnight, we made this. We did this first, not the Sunsetters. So I'm just going to say that. Just going to say that. Yeah, I'm a little triggered, boys. Sorry, just talking to the fellas. Yeah, man, Slop, like, I was a different person on Slop. You never feel full on Slop. And Madeline's commenting, she's saying try 2 weeks of it. Like, yeah, Madeline lost maybe like 20 pounds or something. Like, I could fit in her jeans by the time she was done Slop. Anyways, but dude, like, I went into the Big Brother house 195 pounds. I came out 175.
Oh
So it's
my
like,
God.
it's
That
like,
was just
it's,
a month.
like, and honestly, like, I was in there for 25 days, and I think like it was the Slop that did it. Like, you never feel full on Slop, and it changes your mood. People in the house would call me Jaded JL because I was like for the first 17 days, I was like very chill. But the other days, like on Slop, I was a complete dick. Like, I was an asshole. But
Yeah.
hey, what's
Okay,
this guy
so
saying? Slop
it's a
is
thing.
basically oatmeal. No way. But no,
So yeah,
Slop,
like what
Slop
would you
is
compare
brutal.
it to? What's the closest thing?
So I've always been told Slop is like, it's a mix of oats, veggie greens, chia seeds, like fish oil. Like, it's a lot of very healthy stuff. Like, if you were eating this stuff for weeks, you'd be in the best shape of your life. But like, it's disgusting. Like,
Okay,
it's gross, man.
So
I was
here's a
yeah.
question for you. Would you rather be on Slop for a week or be on the block?
I mean, that's a tough situation. It all depends on how long you're in the house. Because if you're in the house for a week or two, you'd take Slop for sure, right? Because once you're in the house for like 3, 4, 5 weeks, you've already heard every life story anyone in the house has, okay? So you have, like, you know what everyone thinks, you know what they've been through, and you already know if you like someone or dislike someone. So it's like, you're either surrounded by people you love or you're surrounded by people you just can't stand. And I'm sure Kyle's probably at this point already where he's probably like, I love Rohan. I don't know, who else does he love? Vic, maybe? But he's
Maybe.
probably like, yeah, I love these people.
Austin and Braden, I think, too.
Yeah, he's probably like, I love these people, but he's probably like, fuck Jed, fuck Ty. Like, he probably can't stand these people, right?
Yeah,
So
I think
like,
he's mentioned he hates Beth a few times. So
yeah, right. So
which
like,
is kind of funny because everyone thought that they were put in there to be the showmans. So.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like, for me, it's like, first few weeks, I would 100% say I would hate to be on Slop. But like, next few weeks, you're like, or sorry, first few weeks I would hate to be on the block, but next few weeks you're like, I'd hate to be on Slop. Because for me, like, I would have loved to have made it to the end, but like, I could not have imagined being in the house for 90 days with the people I was with. Like, it would have been tough, boys.
Yeah.
Where do you think Kyle should go, JL? Like, should he stay with the group he's kind of aligned with Braden, Austin, Victoria, Rohan, or should he try and team up with Jed and Ty?
Okay, first let me say, I'm standing Kyle, okay? I want him to win. He's my favorite guy in the house. But I think he is in a tough spot because the next two targets are either Jedson and Tyshawn or it's Kyle and Rohan. Regardless of who wins the HOH, it's one of those guys. So, I mean, if you're Kyle, I feel like you have to stay the course. Like, you can't really change it at this point. But what he's doing good is, like, regardless of what he does, and what I'll say with, like, he was kind of the ringleader of that sort of little fight with Kiefer. Mm-hmm. Like, he was saying all this shit. He was chirping him. But whatever he does, it seems like Rohan's always the guy who ends up on the block, or he's always the guy who's like, so it's like,
taking the heat.
Yeah, it's like Kyle's coming in. He's doing all the chirps. But then when the guy's getting pissed off, Rohan's the guy who's getting clocked in the mouth, you know? So, like, that's what I love about Kyle, you know? It's like, I think he'll survive regardless. So, like, I like him. Like, I think he's in a good spot. I think Rohan's out before him. I think he's kind of got Victoria as a shield, too. Like, I don't think he's in the worst position in the game. Like, I like him to jury. I think if him, Rohan, or Braden or Austin win HOH, I think he's in a perfect position, like, easy. So, I mean, I like what he's doing, man. He's just got to stay the course. But obviously, if Jedson or Ty win HOH, he's in a bit of a tough spot. And then it kind of becomes a he needs to win veto ahead of Rohan, you know, because Rohan's going home ahead of him, I think. But if Rohan wins veto, he's kind of screwed, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way I look at it.
Okay. So I know you said you didn't watch this episode, but if you've been following along a little bit, like essentially, what do you think about Victoria's plan to basically keep the nominations the same? So what she did was she threatened to put up Jed's closest ally if he used the veto, and totally said Kiefer's the target. But really, it's LT the whole time. I can't really remember a time that a player has really used that bold of a move. Definitely not this early in the season. And I think like Victoria is really impressing me. She's pretty shrewd, and I don't think she gives a fuck.
Dude, Victoria is fucking crazy, and I love it. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here. I feel bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, give her.
Radical. Dude, Victoria, man, like, I didn't like her at the start of the show, I'll be honest. I thought her and I would vibe the least out of anyone, but, like, what she's done this week is, like, I think this has been, like, the best Big Brother Canada in, like, years. Like, what she's done this week is better than anything on Season 7, was better than anything on Season 8. Like, saying she would put Tyshawn on the block if Jed took down Latoya is crazy. And I don't know if she'd actually do it, like, if they took her off, but, like, I mad respect her. Like, I would be pissing my pants if she pulled that shit on me. Like, I'm hyped up. I am hyped up about Vic. Like, I mean, and I hope if they take Latoya off, fucking put Tyshawn on the block, send him out, you know? Like,
yeah.
But to be honest, like, I like Latoya. I think she's cool, but I'm really hoping she gets sent home this week because that would be the sickest play from Victoria possible. Like,
yeah,
fuck, it's wild, man. Like,
yeah, they showed it tonight on the episode, and when the four of them went in to talk to her, so it was Jed, Ty, Beth, and Latoya, and I was really impressed with Victoria standing her ground and really being dominant and not letting them get their way. It was it was impressive to watch.
See, that's fair, man. Like, when I watch the way Jedson, Tyshawn, and Latoya act to Vic, like, I don't love it. Like, I feel like they kind of talk down to her a little bit. And, like, I feel like they think they're a little bit smarter than her. But, like, she's got a grasp on the game that I never had. Like, I don't think a lot of us had. And, like, she's killing it, man. Like, she hypes me up. Like, I'm fucking amped up. I hope she goes far. I think she's pretty erratic. Like, I don't think she's going to go that far. But, like, I'm in it for the wild ride that she's bringing, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
John Luke, we got a couple questions from your season. Who do you think would have won your season if it would have got to the end?
Okay.
Besides yourself.
Well, these are good questions. Oh, hi, Jackie. Sorry. My season's tricky because I actually don't think I would have won. So, for me, I think the house would have split into two factions, okay? So, I think regardless of what faction, I end up at 4th place, okay? One way, either Sheldon, Brooke, and Sue end up 1st, 3rd, and 2nd, or Madeline, Kira, and Rianne are 1st, 3rd, and 2nd. I get cut off at Final 4 regardless, okay? Either of those guys cut me off, okay? They realize I'm too much, I'm out, okay? So, my way, like, on the left side with, like, Kira, Rianne, and Madeline, obviously it all depends on who wins that HOH. But, like, if it's, like, a physical comp, you know, Kira might win those. And, like, Kira seemed like a good choice, right? So I would say probably Kira if it's the one side, and then probably Sheldon on the other side. But if I had a vote versus each side, I would have voted Madeline if it was the one side, or I would have voted Brooke on the other. So that was kind of like my way. So, like, I would have loved to see Madeline win or Brooke. Like, those were my two, like, I would have voted for. But I think most likely, like, Kira or Sheldon were probably the best choice. But
right.
I wasn't winning. I'll be completely honest. I was 4th. I'll guarantee it. I was 4th.
Hey, that's a good accomplishment.
I appreciate that. Top 4, baby.
And, okay, spin-off question on that. Who's winning the Madeline Rockstar boxing match here coming up?
Josh, where are you going? Okay, Josh is going to the water. I thought he was leaving. Sorry. This is Josh, BB Ken 9.
Hey, Josh.
Josh.
Sorry. And Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hi,
Josh
Julie.
and Julie, we got them both.
Team
Right.
Kyle.
Oh,
Team
fuck,
Kyle.
screenshot. Team Kyle. You guys are Team Kyle. Yep.
Team Kyle all the way.
So Madeline versus Rockstar, the BB Can fight. Hey, that's interesting, man. To be honest, like, I never bet against an OnlyFans girl. Is my only issue. Like that's a scary thing, you know. But to be honest, I'm one of the few people who have seen Madeline really mad, and like she gets fucking pissed off. Like I was worried when I saw her. Like she can punch some dudes out. Like she gets rattled. So I'm gonna pick Maddie all day.
Yeah, well, and it looks like she's been training pretty hard too. So.
Oh, dude, she's been training hard, but she will pump a bitch out for sure. Like
she's coming on the podcast Instagram Live next week. So
she is. Hey,
I appreciate her.
Hey, Jamar says Maddie can hit. Hey, Jamar knows Madeline was training against Jamar in the summer. Actually,
Oh.
she gave him a shot, and he was like, "Whoa, you can hit hard." But yeah. But anyways, continue, boys. Next question. Let's go at it. Fuck, boys. I'm sorry. I wish I was on my real Instagram for you guys, but they're being jerks. You know, I could bring you a couple more viewers from my page.
Oh, we just appreciate your insights and yeah, like there'll be lots of people to view it afterwards too. So that's perfect that you came on.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't really have much else. So.
I got one more. When you were in the house, how many alliances did you have? Did you ever say no to an alliance?
I mean, like the biggest two I had. So like my number one was the Evictors. Obviously, you know, I had the big X with my gang, which was Michael, Maddie, Rianne, myself. Right? We wanted to bring Jamar into that, but like we just could not coordinate it. It just didn't work out. But we couldn't figure it out. I also had Squadron Midnight, which, again, I have to stress this. The first squad that did this, not the Sunsetters, okay?
Yeah.
But those were my two. But I remember Kyle tried to, like, bring me in. He told me, he's like, we have the same people, you, me, Shells, Brooke, Vanessa, and I don't know, someone else. We should have joined, and I was like, I wasn't too into that, you know?
Yeah. It must be hard when people are coming at you just kind of like, yeah, man, let's do an alliance. Like, how hard is it to like, you can't make an alliance with everybody, or you can, but it doesn't usually work out. But how hard is it to have those conversations?
It's weird, man, because everyone, like, you look on the show and, like, there's one alliance talk, like, on the whole show, right? Like, per episode. But, like, every fucking 5 minutes of the house, people are saying, let's make an alliance. Like, us 5, us 3, us 4. Like, that's happening all the time. And, like, you never know what's real. But, like, the Evictors were real. I hope the Oddballs are real. Okay, real talk, guys. So, I have a question for you. What do you think Kyle's going to finish based on his gameplay right now?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm with you.
I think he's for sure making jury.
I think it depends which side of the house wins. I think Rowan and Kyle go up if it's the one side, and hopefully he stays. But yeah.
Okay, how about this? When does Kyle have to cut Rowan?
Ooh, that's a good question. Top 6 probably.
Top 6. Hey, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say that too because it seems like they might be able to ride this oddballs and try and get everyone out. You might lose a couple along the way, but yeah, then you're down to 5 or 6, and then you cut them.
Fuck it, I'd ride or die, Rowan. Fuck you guys. Come on. Final 2.
That's awesome.
How many final 2s did you have?
Only one. Just Michael. He got sent home second. I remember I felt pretty bad because Madeline asked me, she's like, did you have any final twos? I'm like, no, I had no final twos because I thought she had a final two with Michael, and I didn't want to be a jerk. I didn't want to steal her thunder, but apparently I had the final two. But, yeah. I'm Team Kyle, though, man. I want him to win. Him dressing up as a girl and putting all that makeup, that was an interesting look. What do you guys think about that?
Oh,
I
man.
don't know. He looked like his older brother Dustin. So
Yeah, right. He looked like back on his grade 5 pictures with that unibrow, but yeah, Beth did a number on him.
Fuck, yeah, she did, hey? No,
I know I like those
Beth's been
comments.
having an interesting season. I thought Beth and Kyle were going to be a showman, but
Yeah, that's same with me.
apparently she was only into some other dudes this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't have been into me, that's for sure.
Well, John, go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, Maddie just chimed in. She said no, she didn't have a final two with Michael. So
Buddy, we should get
probably a liar, I think.
we should get Madeline in here.
Yeah, she said she wasn't going to stay up this late.
Buddy, Madeline always stays up. She loves to hear my teeth. Madeline's my big sister over here. If I get too stupid, she'll tell me what's going on, you know?
Well, I'm you guys have such a cool family with
Jackie,
the Big Brother family.
Jackie wants in.
Hi,
Hey,
Jackie.
Is that my beer? Jesus. Wow.
Well, we'll let you get going and get into the green beer drinking some more in Vancouver.
Hey.
We really appreciate you hopping on, JL, and hopefully Kyle goes far and we can have you on here again.
Boys, I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I was a buffoon, to be honest. I didn't realize it was St. Patrick's Day. I wasn't planning on getting this drunk, but I hope my answers were at least decent.
All good, man.
Awesome.
No, it was awesome. We appreciate it. We're all
Hopefully,
about that. So
hopefully you guys can get me on when my Instagram's back. You know, we'll get a Kyle final two take, okay?
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
And Maddie, we'll see you next week.
yeah.
Cheers,
Thanks,
JL.
everybody.
Thanks, boys. Tell Cookies I love her. Bye, Cookies. Okay, bye, boys. Thanks for having me on, eh?
Bye.
Peace.
Oh dear.